All right, this is SAT Prep. We're doing test 3, section 3, and this is number 14. What are the solutions to the quadratic 3x squared plus 12x plus 6 equals 0? So looking at these answers, they all have roots, right? They all have roots. So this is definitely not factoring. If you're not factoring, you are definitely using the quadratic formula, right? So the quadratic formula says that if we have ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, then we can solve for x by doing negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And it's really just about plugging and chugging and getting this right. So I have an a, b, and a c. Now there is a bit of a trick here, right? If you take out the GCF of 3, it's going to be easier. So there's two ways to do this. You can either spot that you could take out a 3, in which case you're going to get x squared plus 4x plus 2 equals 0. Since 3 equals 0 is a lie, you can just do the quadratic formula with this expression, and that's going to be way easier. So your a is 1, your b is 4, and your c is 2. Either do it this way or do it this way. You're going to get the same answer. It is a little easier if you spot the GCF first. So I'm going to spot it as though I spotted the GCF first. So I'm going to get x equals negative b, which will be negative 4, plus or minus the square root of b squared, 16, minus 4 times 1 times 2. So 4 times 1 times 2, all over a 2a. So I get that this is negative 4 plus or minus the square root of, this is 16 minus 8, right? So it's going to be an 8 all over 2. That's a negative 4 plus or minus 2 root 2 all over 2. So I can divide both of those expressions, both the term negative 4 and the term 2 root 2 by 2. So I'm going to get that this is negative 2 plus or minus root 2, and that's my answer. And hopefully that's one of our choices, which is A. So great, okay. Now, if you didn't see that, it's going to be slightly harder if you're using the 3, 12, and the 6, right? So if you didn't see that, right, so if not, right, if you're using 3, 12, and 6, sorry in advance that my exponents seem to always look like a negative 2, right? So it's my a, my b, and my c. It's going to be the same thing, it's just a little bit harder. So negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus a 4 times a 3 times a 6, right? So, and then 2a. So what's going to happen is I'm going to get a negative 12 plus or minus 12 times 6 is 72, so this is going to be root 72 because 144 minus 72. And then I look at 72 and realize it's a 36 times 2, so I can take out a 6, right? I can pull out the root 36, which is a 6, so I get that x is negative 12 plus or minus 6 root 2 all over 6, and now I can divide both of these terms and get negative 2 plus or minus root 2, which is the same answer but a little bit more work, all right? So again, answer is A.